No man is just born. No one lives just one life. I remember my journey like a dream.
Even when I went to America, it was with the strong intention of coming back to India to do some good work here. And when I eventually did come back to India, it was with a big dream to set up a teacher training program for special needs.
The teacher training unit needed a lab school, and there were lots of children needing attention and coming to us. And that's how Kaleidoscope Learning Centre was born.
We started our school in June 2002 with 11 young children.
So when our school started, it began pretty traditionally with all of the components of a special school: occupational therapy, speech therapist, sensory integration. But at every given point of time, we were quite open to seeing newer methods, better methods, and every time we went a step forward, we kept thinking, does this fit our children completely? I wanted the school to be vibrant, happy, and a joyful place where children are not just tolerated, but they can live their full lives. Whatever approach we used, however eclectic, children did benefit. But certain very basic issues continued to baffle us. The discomfort in their own bodies, everything being prompt dependent. Surely there was something deeper that we needed to know.
It was at this point in our journey that we met Dr. Lakshmi Prasanna and Michael Goginos. Dr. Lakshmi is a pediatrician and Michael a physiotherapist. They are both deeply interested in autism.
We didn't find ready answers with them, but we learned how to journey inside ourselves with strength, trust, and patience and find the answers that we were seeking.
We were stepping onto this new path called anthroposophy, which was laid down by Rudolf Steiner. Anthroposophy means the wisdom of being human.
With this wisdom intact, our children, with their unique design, chose to be here for a reason. We don't fix the child. We invite the child into making a connection with the world.
We create an environment which nurtures their senses. No plastic, soothing color, order, trust, love, and warmth.
The teacher doesn't lead the child. The child's being guides the teacher.
The beauty of the Waldorf curriculum is that it meets the physical and the soul needs of the growing child. Whether they are in kindergarten and need a safe home-like space, or in grade 8 where they go into discovery and exploration, they need something that inspires and enlivens them. We build capacities rather than skills and bring to them all the subjects from history to science. Practical work is part of the curriculum and helps center the children. Working in groups help children learn naturally from each other through movement, music, art, drama and stories. The children learn and express themselves. The day is designed to heal and harmonize the head, the heart, and the hands.
There is a living relationship we build with the seasons and festivals through the year.
It was a slow and steady evolution, and over the years, we have created our own path.
It was essentially good, but it was not easy. But we were given the freedom to take to it slowly.
This was a shift from regular special education to curative education, which is education with a healing impulse.
Working with diet was another essential step to help to detoxify the gut. Children who are on diet and rhythm are less disturbed, more centered, and ready to learn.
Rhythms really helped, working with breathing. How much was going in? How much were they doing? Were they sleeping and eating well? Was it a healthy day?
Warmth had this feeling of being comfortable in the body. During massage, the warmth helps the children relax and get go. The unwanted matter also released when children sweat.
Joy was essential. Through art and music and play, we tried to create a trusting space for them. And our friendship grew. And the closer we became, the more comfortable they became, the more they showed of themselves.
This relationship that we took time to build was sacred.
The child is at the center, and the entire team, the multidisciplinary team, forms the circle holding the child at the center. We have the therapist, we have the special educator, the counselor, the parent, the management, the custodial staff, everyone in a caring community around, including the school doctor, forming a caring community around the child.
When children grow up in this environment, they develop a very strong sense of self, which makes them ready to step into the next part of the journey.
Between 18 to 20 years, children begin to choose a vocation that calls to their heart.
நம்ம குழந்தைங்க வெளியில வழங்குறதுக்கு தயாராகிட்டாங்க.
Our biggest concern now is that the children are growing. What next? How will they sustain themselves independently?
But the children seem to have their own plan.
And they come up with the most creative ideas, or operations as they call them.
Some are transitioning to other vocational units within and outside VXL and getting into production. But many of them are choosing something artistic like writing, painting, music, acting, assisting in teaching and therapy, and even getting into teacher mentoring. We are finding ways to take their work to the world.
They wanted to serve the world with tasty, healthy and diet food, so we innovated new recipes.
Twice a week, we set up a cafe called Tiffin Times and served anyone who came in.
Story in a Box is my idea of reaching out to children everywhere. I collaborated with Akshay Nathan, who was once my student and now my good friend. Akshay writes and I create.
Music has always been an integral part of our lives. And at one point, we thought, why not take this beautiful experience to the outside world? And thus, the Blue Sky Choir was formed.
It's not easy to treat the path of the therapist or the teacher, as they are constantly encountering their gifts as well as their vices. It can become very overwhelming.
Unlike what the world thinks about our profession, we are not always very noble and patient.
நாமளும் சராசரி மனிதர்கள்தான்.
விழுந்தோம், தோல்வியை தழுவினோம்.
Of course, the work is intense and deep. The carers also need care.
They don't intend to accomplish any of these operations on their own. This dependence on each other is actually creating harmony between us, co-creating a new world, and brotherhood is the foundation of their Operation Love. Who I am is who I need to be, a part of this earth's ego evolution. So cry not for me, for I chose exactly these indigo robes.